Hi, this is Tisch Aitken, and there is a lot happening. The nodes of fate are about to change signs, and the north node of karma is transiting at 0 degrees of Taurus, which is ruled by the benefic Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and what you value. And the nodes of fate are going to change signs on July 17th. And the nodal axis is changing from the Taurus Scorpio axis to the Aries Libra axis. It's going from the fixed signs that are connected with money. Taurus is a sign of value, how you earn income, your self-worth, your resources, your talents, how you're valued. And Scorpio is a financial sign. It's a sign of debt and taxes and other people's money. It can also represent investments and financial partnerships. It is a sign of intimacy and blocks and dealing with healing and wounds. But now, the north node of karma is entering the cardinal fire sign of Aries, where it's going to be through January 12th of 2025. The north node is where you are meant to go. Right now it's in Taurus, which is a sign that plants seeds, that you grow things, you plant seeds, you nurture things. It's very resourceful. Aries is a sign ruled by Mars, which is a planet of drive and ambition. It can be anger on the lower form. It can be passion and drive on the higher form. And Mars rules the sign of Aries and is encouraging all of us to have courage in this tenuous time. Saturn is in Pisces the next couple of years, where we're all trying to anchor reality in a tenuous time, in a confusing time, trying to still work with the dream. Now that the nodes of fate are changing signs, the north node wants you to be yourself, to really express yourself. The sign of Aries is connected with identity and ego, but with Saturn and Pisces, this is about helping the helpless. This is about compassion. This is about souls connecting. And Pluto is going back and forth from the last degrees of Capricorn, where it's transiting now, but it briefly dipped into Aquarius, which deals with community, deals with enlightenment on the higher form, deals with social awareness and humanitarianism. And obviously with that in the big picture, we can't just focus on self, but we need to contribute our own individual flair and passion in building and creating the collective. The south node of karma will be transiting in the sign of Libra from July 17th of this year to January 12th of 25. That is releasing blocks to how you partner, because Libra is very centered on partnering with others, forming strong communication with other people, diplomacy, justice, partnering with yourself and the world. It's a sign that loves beauty and aesthetics and just really finding harmony in partnerships. But with the south node of karma in Libra, there are relationships or partnerships or how you partner that you may be releasing in the next 18 months. And Venus rules the sign of Libra just like it rules the sign of Taurus, which leads me to another point. Venus is slowing down. It entered its shadow on June 19th when it got to 12 degrees of Leo, where it's going to station on September 3rd. Venus retrogrades on July 22nd, which is just 5 days after the nodes of fate change signs. Venus retrogrades at the royal fixed star known as Regulus, and Venus only retrogrades once every year and a half, kind of like the nodes of fate change signs every 18 months, every year and a half. And the nodes of fate, the North Node, will not transit in the sign of Taurus for approximately another 19 years. The last time it was there was, I believe it was April of 2003 it began. And before that, it was in the mid 80s and the mid 60s. So actually, the nodes of fate were in the Taurus Scorpio axis for a brief while when Saturn was in Pisces, where it is now. So for some people, they're returning themes that they were working on maybe when they were born. If they were born in the mid-late 60s. If they're older than that, maybe issues they were dealing with at that time. But for all of us, this is having courage, being an individual, but also contributing to helping the collective. Jupiter is in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. It remains in Taurus through the end of May. This is awesome for those born under the sign of Taurus, as it opens many doors for you, but it's awesome for all of us because it's a very resourceful earth sign. It's about building talents, finding value, contributing beauty. It's about working with nature and the earth and just healthy organic food and agriculture and plants and nature, working with it in your own individual way, and I think contributing to the economy in some way with that too. And I think more of a focus on herbs and alternative medicine and plant-based medicine, plant-based food. And I think Uranus and Taurus has been doing that more and more since it entered the sign of Taurus on May 15th of 2018. And so for all of us right now, the North Node is at 0 degrees of Taurus, the very first degree of Taurus. Bear in mind that Pluto, the planet of death and regeneration, squared this point when Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius, 0 fixed. Pluto will square the nodes of fate on July 25th and on July 28th. But at that time, Pluto is going to be in Capricorn, and the nodes of fate are going to be in the Aries Libra axis. So that's a cardinal square. That's going to be very big for all of us about a change of direction. The 25th is 8 days. What is it? Yeah, 8 days after Venus retrogrades. And again on the 28th. The first time is going to be at 29 degrees of Capricorn and Aries, defaulting back to the total solar eclipse on April 20th at 29 degrees of Aries. And then on July 28th, Pluto will square the North Node of Karma at 28 degrees and 58 minutes of Capricorn and Aries. And so a lot of, letting go of old structures in our lives, a lot of critical decisions in this Venus retrograde. But please do not forget all the magic. Venus loves being in Leo. It will be in Leo through October 8th. Which happens to be Libra season. That's when Venus, rules the season, and Venus will square both Jupiter and Uranus a few more times. It squared Jupiter on June 11th. It will do so again on August 22nd and on September 19th. That's very expansive energy. That's the two benefics, maybe a little overindulgent, but very creative and loving energy. And Venus squared Uranus on July 2nd and will do so again on August 9th and on September 29th. That could be erratic and unpredictable. There can be breaks with that, but there can be unexpected opportunities, out of the blue windfalls, and a very inventive and creative energy. I wish you all a lot of luck. Venus retrograde is a big deal. The nodes of fate changing signs is a big deal, and I'm going to discuss more of this on Friday. And I'll talk to you soon.